the Hockenheim Motordrome for round 10 of the 15-round World Championship. And Hockenheim, like the Silverstone circuit where the British Grand Prix was held 2 weeks ago, is a very, very fast circuit. Now we come up to the grid, the fastest man, Alain Prost. Second, René Arnoux, his teammate, then Reutemann and Jones, Pironi in the Ferrari, Nelson Piquet in the Brabham, Laffite and Gilles Villeneuve. And it's go. Now, are the turbos going to get away quickly or slowly? They're getting away well, but Reutemann is already through into second place. Pironi is in fourth place behind René Arnoux. And the race leader with 45 laps to go as they go up to the first chicane on the first lap is the Frenchman Alain Prost, followed by Reutemann. In third place, Pironi, and Arnoux is right with him. And last is the arrows of Siegfried Stohr as the course cars, making sure that all is well, come up in the background. So it's Prost, Reutemann, Pironi, Arnoux, Piquet. Now up on lap 1 to the Ost curve, and René Arnoux seems to be well down as they go round the tremendously fast Ost curve. That's about 11,000 RPM. It's 150 miles an hour around that corner. Then at this point in the track, believe it or not, they are doing nearly 180 miles an hour as they anchor up for the second of the two chicanes. That's third gear, out of it at 150 miles an hour. And it's Prost leading Arnoux, leading Reutemann, I'm sorry. Jones is up, well up through the field. He's passed several drivers there. And there goes Hector Ribach, number 6 in the second of the two Brabhams as we come up to the end of lap 1. And across the line into lap 2, Prost in the Renault leads Reutemann. But it's Arnoux into the pits already at this stage of the race, and he's got a puncture. Look, his right rear tyre, his offside rear tyre is flapping on the wheel. Poor René Arnoux. That's Pironi's car. Didier Pironi in the turbocharged Ferrari. It looks as though he's burst a turbo, as he has done in previous Grand Prix. Then Piquet pulling out of Laffite's slipstream and passing him. And Nelson Piquet goes up to fourth place ahead of Jacques Laffite. Down to fifth goes Laffite. And Jones is taking Reutemann. Jones fairly bundles his way past Reutemann as they go into the chicane. And Alan Jones has had a pretty grim season. He started off well at Long Beach, and he desperately needs World Championship points to get himself back into contention against his teammate Carlos Reutemann. And hello, that's De Cesaris, Andrea De Cesaris, who does this so often. The young Italian, very, very excitable, and he's not at all popular in the Marlboro team. And Piquet through into third position. I said how Reutemann had gone out into the spare car with a tired engine, and it looks as though that may be his problem. My goodness, Alan Jones has really got the bit between his teeth as he challenges Alain Prost, again coming into the stadium, and he's right through. He's going to take the lead on the inside. He's got the inside line, and Alan Jones must get through here. But Prost is holding on, and what a super. Can you hear the crowd roar in the background? As Alain Prost, with a masterly bit of driving, refuses to give way to the far more experienced Alan Jones. And Alain Prost is not going to let Jones get through on the fast straight. It's a moot point whether that is on, but anyway, Prost is not going to give way. I think if only Alan Jones could get past, he might be able to break away. But Prost is controlling the race. Derek Daly, number 17 in the march, puncture, offside front wheel. Nigel Mansell into the pits. We're getting some car mortality and tyre mortality. Villeneuve already there. So Mansell was 13th, Villeneuve, who was 6th. And Jones is harrying Prost every inch of the way, and they're catching up with Marc Surer in the Theodore. Now, is Surer going to move? Because Jones now has got a marvellous opportunity, and it does. Sura moves over, he's going to let Prost through. What's Jones going to do? They're coming right up to the chicane, and if Sura doesn't let Jones through, Jones can lose his second place. But he doesn't. Two battles separated by about 50 yards, I should think, visually. The two battles for the lead. Prost and world champion Jones. And look at Alan Jones. Now he's got his chance. He's going to challenge, coming up to the chicane again. But no, he just hasn't got the power to get through. And Reutemann is pushing Piquet, and Reutemann's through. Reutemann's got through on the chicane. Carlos Reutemann is back into third position. And now Alan Jones trying, and he's going to take Prost. No, he's not. That was the camera lens that fooled me. The cameraman shortened focus, and through goes Prost. And now Prost, Jones and Reutemann are going to have the same sort of problem as they had with Marc Sura, because they're closing up to René Arnoux. And now it's Arnoux, Prost, Jones trying as they come into the stadium. Reutemann behind them, but still Arnoux has unlapped, and now Prost is going through, and Jones goes straight through the middle. Unbelievable. Well, that was fantastic. And look at the way he's pulling away, and hear the crowd roar in the background. Alan Jones is right back on top of his brilliant form, and it will be a very, very, very angry Alain Prost. Let's look at it again. Arnoux moves over, Prost takes him, and Jones takes both of them. If I ever see a bit of motor racing like that again, I will be a very happy man. That was one of the finest passing manoeuvres I've ever seen. And just look at the way Alan Jones is now streaking away. And now Piquet is proving me wrong, because he's right up with it. He's taking, is he? He is. He's going through. Nelson Piquet proves me wrong. I said he couldn't do anything about Carlos Reutemann, and he's through. Nelson Piquet up into third position. And that's Reutemann. Look at the smoke coming out of his engine. Bitter, bitter luck. But in this unpredictable thing that is called Formula One World Championship Grand Prix motor racing, Carlos Reutemann has had more than his share of good luck this year, because in 18 races, this is only his second retirement. And is that Lafitte? No, it's not. It's Patrick Tambay. Patrick Tambay, then, I would guess, out of the race, unlikely to rejoin. There is Riccardo Patrese car. Riccardo Patrese out of a Grand Prix again. He, too, this year has not had the best of luck. Listen to that. You heard it. I heard it. I hear Alan Jones's engine stuttering. And that means that something is happening to interrupt the flow of petrol through to the fuel injectors. Power is being lost. And Piquet's taking second. Nelson Piquet takes Alain Prost in second place. Oh dear, poor Alain. It is not his day. Does that mean that the Renault is in trouble in the German Grand Prix as it was in the British Grand Prix? The gap between Jones and Piquet, 5.3 seconds only. And it was well over 10 seconds. The man to watch at the moment is Nelson Piquet. And he's right up with Jones as they come into the Motordrome. The crowd roars because they scent another change. Alan Jones he must be in trouble. And he's waving his hand. Alan Jones waves at his pits, and Piquet's taking the lead. The third new leader. And Jones into the pits. This is sensational, because there's only a couple of laps to go, and Alan Jones has decided that he's got to come into the pits. And it's the black box they're ferreting about with the transistor box. It's something to do with ignition then. But Alan Jones pointing at one of at the spectators. He's saying, you get out of the way, because I'm coming out there at about 100 miles an hour, and out he goes. Alan Jones rejoins the race, but he's out of the points. Into the stadium with a roaring crowd. Brazilian Nelson Piquet, 28 years old, wins the German Grand Prix because he's now into the complex, into the stadium, into the finishing straight. Now he could kick out the clutch and still win. And Nelson Piquet takes the checkered flag to win the German Grand Prix. Now then, from Germany, we go on to another German-speaking country for the next Grand Prix, the 11th out of 15 in the World Championship Series of 1981. Piquet takes the plaudits of the crowd, and we look forward to the next, and it's Austria.